This is Finance for Artists and Musicians with your friend, me, Dannie Place. Before we get started, I want you to breathe and release any judgment or pressure you have on yourself because we are all learning here and trying to survive this thing called life. It's Wednesday. Today we're chatting about how to audit your finances. Yes, nerd it out with me. In some ways, auditing your finances may be the toughest step in the whole process, at least mentally. But the time has come to face your reality and accept it. You can't change something you don't understand. But first, what is a financial audit? It's an object examination and evaluation over an organization's, in this case you, financial statements to make sure the records are accurate. This will help you understand what type of financial standing you're in and what type of accounts you have, your payment history, your credit, and all that good stuff. Now, if you've been avoiding checking your accounts and neglecting them, facing the truth may not be fun. We've all been there. But I promise you, getting the stuff organized and controlled will boost your self-esteem. Choose a day you have enough time to do it correctly. It's important to do it right and not rush. Our goal here is to see your entire financial picture and put it on the table so we can evaluate areas for improvement. Don't judge, be curious. We're going to gather your account balances and gather your debt accounts and check your credit. So now once we see everything, because we put it on the table, we're looking for changes in your expenses. Do you have a sudden increase in your spending and why? Determine the effective ways to cut operation expenses. Find the biggest opportunities to save, and then you want to make a financial forecast and create a financial plan, and we're going to get into that. So ways you can conduct your audit mentally, and I know some of you are going to try this, but this doesn't work. So you need a concrete audit in physical form to actualize it and bring it into your reality. Because I know you're going to do a selective mental audit and only pick the things you want to focus on and avoid other areas. So, which brings us to a manual way to conduct the audit. Now, this could work if you have a couple accounts, but when you use this for the budgeting stage, it could be more tedious and more subject to human error. And I don't know, I just think it could be annoying. Or I don't know. There's more efficient ways to do it. I'll put it that way. Okay. Number 3, Excel. If you're proficient in Excel, this could be great. There are a number of templates you can download and use online and then input your data into. And some apps even sync up to the Excel spreadsheet and then autofill updates. It enables more customization, which is awesome. So if you kind of prefer that style, then Excel would work really well for you. And if you're not syncing it with an app, it could be more secure from a cybersecurity standpoint because it's less centralized, like your data is less centralized, and there's also less bridges that can be hacked. This brings us to a 4th option, which is financial apps. There are a number of financial apps out there that you can leverage for your audit and your budget, and you can save a lot of time and confusion using one as they can provide deeper insights, fraud alerts. It's automatic. I love this because it saves me a ton of time. And some banks have these services built into their platform, and with some you can even hook up your external accounts to it. I do think that some of these apps that specialize in budgeting and financial management are more advanced than the bank's budgeting services. Some apps to look into are Mint, You Need a Budget, Personal Capital, Honeydew, which is one for couples. And it's cool because you can elect parts of your finances to share with your partner, but you don't have to share all of them, which is great because then you can plan for mutual expenses. Anyways, there's a ton of apps out there. Do some research. A lot of them are free, so it's great. Why not leverage it? As I kind of touched on a little bit earlier, you will be granting read access to your accounts when you're using a third-party app. So even though a lot of them are encrypted, doing so could create more exposure to cybersecurity threats. So you must be comfortable with taking this risk. On the other hand, all your banking is online anyways, so there's no right or wrong way, just like I said, personal preference. So throughout this audit, what we want to be on the lookout for are areas we are overspending in, areas we can cut expenses. This can bring us to the tough realization and evaluation of our wants versus our needs. Do you really need to buy that new instrument, or can you borrow friends to track? Do you need all those subscriptions? Is there a cheaper cell phone plan that you can use, like Mint or Visible, you can use, which can easily cut your phone bill in half compared to T-Mobile or Verizon? Or can you negotiate your internet service and save $20 a month? As we do this audit, you also want to start keeping track of your business expenses and your personal expenses separately so you can know where you're spending in each area. This is particularly important if you have an LLC or you're looking to get an LLC or type of like legal business structure to protect you. You might want to keep your banking separate for your business endeavors. Also, it might have a lower tax rate. So there's a lot of benefits to protecting yourself with an LLC, but you need to do the financial audit, and that's a big part of it in tracking your finances. So good luck. Episodes drop every Wednesday, so I will see you next week. This content is for general information purposes only and do not constitute accounting, legal, tax, or other professional advice. You can seek appropriate advice from an accountant, financial planner, lawyer, or other professional.